Hello, this is Robin, and it doesn't look like this is focusing. Um, Welcome to all my friends, whether you're new or you've been with me from the beginning. This is Sunday afternoon. I hope everybody remembered to set your clocks ahead of time, spring ahead, fall back. After three people reminded me yesterday, I still forgot to do it until late last night. So, this video is going to be another keeping it real. It's kind of, I don't really name the videos. This one, I guess you could call parent slash friend. And I don't know why it seems so dark. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit better. This lighting is kind of, I don't know. And again, if you see me twirling, I'm on my desk chair. I just want to start out saying that this is my opinion, and it's only my opinion. If anybody doesn't agree with me, that is 100% fine. You all are entitled to your own beliefs and your own opinion, and you're not going to hurt my feelings in the least because I believe the way I believe, and that's just the way it is. And I'm not trying to be smart, but I just kind of wanted to touch base on there's a lot of parents out there that do not believe in being a friend slash parent to their children. And let me start out by telling you, in some cases, depending on the child, I agree. You can't be a friend to them. They take it and they run with it. I was very lucky with my three. They knew when the parent kicked in, and they knew when the friend was there. And I'll tell you something. I had my kids come to me and tell me things that sometimes I wish they wouldn't have, but I would rather have heard it from them than the lady down the street or the friend's mother. And my kids' friends' parents used to get mad because they would always say, how come you can go to Robin's house and talk to her, but you can't talk to me? And that's the whole thing. Talk. If you can't sit and listen to what your kids have to say, and the first thing you want to do is jump in and just automatically start yelling and criticizing them, they're not going to ever want to come and tell you anything. Now, grant, some of the things my kids came and told me, I wish they wouldn't have told me, but I was glad they did. And we sat down and we talked about it. And if it was a subject where I needed to take it further, it got taken further, believe me. And they knew that. But they still knew, no matter what the issue, no matter what the subject was, they could always come to me and talk to me about it. Because I wanted to be that kind of parent slash friend. They still had, chores they had to do. They still had, punishment if they did wrong. I never upheld them in their wrong. If they were wrong, they were wrong. I'm not going to be one of these parents that sat and said, oh, well, it wasn't my kid. My kid never does any wrong. That's bullcrap. Everybody's kid does wrong. I don't care who they are. And, these parents that uphold their kids when they're doing something that they know they shouldn't be doing, you're not making it any better. You're just teaching them to go ahead, go out and do whatever you daggone will please, and mama will be here to take the crap and take it off your back, and I'll make it all better. But you know what? That's not teaching them anything. When my kids were teenagers, I would get in the car, we would wind all the windows down, we would go what you call cruising through town. I would put on their kind of music, I would turn it up loud, and I even had my kids' friends stopping me along the road through town and asking if they could get in the car and go cruising or riding through town with me and my kids. A lot of yins may say, oh my goodness, how can you do that? But let me tell you something. I found out how their day went that day in school. I found out what their friends and they were talking about, what they had in common. There was a lot of their friends' parents that didn't like me. That was fine too. But you guarantee if they were at my house, they were not drinking, they were not smoking, they were not doing drugs, and you're daggone well you knew where they were at. And when I sent them home, they went home. And believe me, if they were there and they knew that I was in one of my moods, they would say, uh-oh, Robin the mom's home, we better go. And they would scatter because they knew I didn't put up with no crap. But I loved them like they were my own. If they were hungry, they sat down with supper with us. They would call me mom. A lot of my kids' friends' moms became my friends. But I guess the subject, I'm not going to beat this to death. The point I'm trying to get across is sometimes you have to level yourself to their age. We all were their age at one time. If that means getting down on the floor and playing patty cake, if that means crawling around on the floor and chasing them through the house, if that means sitting down and, coloring with them, or playing jacks or hopscotch, or getting on the computer or on the PS3 or whatever it may be, taking walks with your teenagers, sitting down and having, a talk, sitting and painting each other's fingernails, doing makeup with each other, whatever it may be, believe me, if you don't take the time to do it now, you're going to lose it. And it's going to be the sorriest thing you've ever lost. I am so glad that I had my kids young. They are almost 18 months apart. And I would not change it for the world. By the time I was 21, I had all three of my kids. And I know they'll be like, oh my goodness, oh, that's crazy. It was crazy. And I'm not saying that if I had it all to do over, that I would have them that young again. But it just so happened that that's what happened in my life. So when you make mistakes, you pick up, be an adult, and do what you need to do. Because it's not the kids' fault. That was me that made I don't want to say the mistake. That's almost what I said. He wasn't a mistake. He was my son. He is my pride and joy. They all are my pride and joy. And I love them with all my heart and soul. And I would never, never trade them for the world. And now they gave me a bunch of grandbabies that I love and that I stoop down to their level more than once. And, sometimes I wonder what my kids think of me now at their age. And I hope that they all can remember good thoughts. I'm sorry. I've been really emotional today for some reason. I don't know why. But that's me. But anyway, I hope I didn't hurt no one's feelings. That wasn't my point. Just trying to get across that there's no book out there raising kids. It's one of the hardest things that I think I've ever did in my life. Sometimes the older they get, the worse they get, I think. But I just I had this on my mind. And, a lot of parents get upset and angry when they see other parents being a friend to their own kids. But sometimes you need to do that. You can't stop being the parent. They need that stability and they need that parenting. And mine always had that. But they also knew that we could laugh and joke around and, love each other. And sometimes I didn't have a lot, but I did what I could with what I had. And I tried to be the best mom. And don't get me wrong. There was things that I could have changed. There was things I would change if I could go back. there was a lot of things I did wrong. There was a lot of mistakes I made, but those things I have to live with, and I can't change them now. All I can do is move on. But I don't think I did too bad. All three of my children uh, turned out pretty good. I'm proud of them, and that's all that counts. Is that I'm proud of them and they're proud of themselves. So I guess I'm going to cut this off. I hope you like keeping it real serious. I can't say, when I will do another one. Whatever pops into my head, whatever strikes me that I feel like I want to talk about. Um, Let me know in the comment box below if you'd like these kind of videos. I will do more of them. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you would like to, you can click the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to leave a comment in the comment box below, I do appreciate that a lot more than you will ever know. And I do try and read every single one of them, and I do try to comment back. Like I said, I'm going to just cut off with the mouth right now. And I hope you have the rest of a good Sunday. And take care till we talk again. Bye.